Everyone needs to make sure you're on mute. And just one moment, please.
Sorry, just take a seat.
You need to make sure you're on mute. All right, everyone, welcome to the 187 District Court. Today is Monday. As you can see, we're starting late today because of traffic, school, accidents on the freeway. So let's try to keep this a happy Monday. Let's not turn this into a horrible Monday. These are the rules of the 187 District Court. You're in a courtroom. So what does that mean? That means that anything that you could not do if you were physically in this courtroom, you cannot do on this Zoom screen. There's to be no laying in bed. There's to be no cooking breakfast. If you're at work, you need to find a stable location, a quiet location, because you're not allowed to work on this Zoom. If anyone behaves unprofessionally on this Zoom, you're going to end up having a bad Monday because your Zoom privileges are going to be revoked. You're going to be required to appear downtown at the 187 District Court, which is located at 300 De La Rosa on the 4th floor. That means you're going to have to get a Via bus or either Uber or Lyft or whatever, or either drive downtown, face all the one-way traffic, face the school zones, find a place to park and pay for parking. If you don't want to do that, respect the Zoom and behave professionally on Zoom. To all the inmates, you're not allowed to use the chat box. If you use the chat box, you will be sent back to your cell. To everyone, this is not the Bachelor. This is not the Bachelorette. You are not to use this as a chance to pick up dates. If you do that, your Zoom privileges will be revoked. To all the attorneys, if you have a plea bargain agreement, no matter how small that plea bargain agreement is, you need to put that in the chat box to Ms. Ferguson. She's listed as Ferguson coordinator. She's the court coordinator. If your client is on bond, she'll need your client's email address. Please do not call her. Please do not chat her. Please do not email. Please do not text her asking for a continuance, asking to be excused. I'm the only person who can give you that. I'm going to open breakout rooms. When I open breakout rooms, it will invite everyone to a breakout room. Please do not go to a breakout room unless I specifically call you by a breakout room and assign you to a breakout room. Again, do not go to a breakout room unless I call you by name and specifically assign you to a breakout room. To all the defendants and those who are accused, your name will not be called. I repeat, your name will not be called. Your attorney's name will be called. If you do not hear your attorney's name, it's because your attorney is either in person in another courtroom or either they are Zooming in another courtroom. Please do not raise your hand and tell me that you have not heard your attorney's name because your attorney is probably Zooming in another courtroom. You will have a chance to meet with your attorneys. Attorneys, this is the order in which you will appear. If you see that you're low on the list and you wish to Zoom to another courtroom, you're more than welcome to do so. However, if you're Zooming in another courtroom and your name is called, put at the end of the list. Miss Marla Garrison, if you want to fix your hair, that should have been done before you came on Zoom. These are the orders in which the attorneys will appear: Matthew Allen, Alice Warburton, Johnny Cisneros, Charles May, Daniel De La Garza, Bridget Garza, Colin Hobbs, Albert Acevedo, Ed Bartolome, Kelly Pittle, Marshall White, Nathaniel Navy, Michael Latimer, Orlando Castagnon, Paul Torres, Rick Crow, Robert Porter, Will Brooks, Russell Mitchell, Robert Featherston, Leo Gonzalez, Charles Blanc, Lorraine Efron. Is there any attorney's name that I have not called?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right,
George
George Schaefer,
Brian Kimbrough.
Brian Kimbrough,
Alfredo Ortiz, Your Honor.
Alfredo Ortiz,
Ed Cano.
Ed Cano,
Joel Rodriguez.
Joel Rodriguez, who else?
Joel, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I have it. Joel Rodriguez, who else?
Efrain
Teresa
Torres.
I'm sorry.
Coles Dawala, who else?
Efrain Torres. On behalf of Ricardo Ramos.
All right, who else? All right, attorneys, when I call your name, I need to know the name of your client. I need to know whether it is criminal trial division or family violence. Matthew Allen,
David Rocha. It's criminal trial, but Daryl Harris is handling it. I just need to talk to Mr. Rocha. This is a continuation of the plea that we were getting done. And he's in custody.
and your client's name is Rocha?
Yes.
All right, he's not on the Zoom screen. Ms. Ferguson, can you see where Mr. Rocha is, please? As soon as your client comes on the Zoom, we'll put you in a breakout room with him. Alice Warburton.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here with Christopher Allen. It is a family violence case. We're here reporting for trial. Obviously, trial is not happening. So I think, we've tried and failed to come to an agreement in this case, and we would just like.
I'm sending you to breakout room number 2. You can confer with the state and you can confer on a trial date.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
And Ms. Ferguson, if you could go to breakout room number 2 with them, please, for a trial date. And then they can come back into the main room and I'll place it on the record. Johnny Cisneros.
Your Honor, I have Edward Gill and it's family violence. I too am set for trial, please. Good morning, by the way.
Good morning. Glad to see you back.
I'm back. I just need to go get my test again today.
All right. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2. And once you have your trial date, come back to the main room and we'll place it on the record.
Thank you.
Charles May.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Patrick Sanchez, Ms. CTD, Your Honor.
I'm going to send you to breakout room number 3.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Daniel De La Garza.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Joe Rizzo Sanchez, family violence. I'd like to confer with my client and then a family violence prosecutor.
All right, Joe Rizzo Sanchez. There's more than one Sanchez inmate, so could you speak up, please? All right, thank you, Mr. Sanchez. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 4 with your attorney.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I know I didn't mention it before, but everyone be patient in the breakout rooms. The prosecutors have the ability to move throughout the rooms. Think of those breakout rooms as doctor's office. You're just getting your blood pressure and weight checked. If you leave that breakout room, the prosecutor is going to see that that room is empty and they're going to move on to the next room. Bridget Garza. Bridget Garza.
Hi, Judge. Good morning.
Good morning.
Santana Solis. He's set for trial today, and it's online solicitation of a minor. It's the special unit. I'm not sure who I'm dealing with at this point.
All right, we're gonna find out where that person is.
I'll find out, Judge.
Thank you.
In your honor,
Yes.
if I wrong Mr. Sanchez in the breakout room.
All right, could you tell him to come back to the main room for me, please?
I did, yes, and that Mr. Sanchez acknowledged that he'd be back. Give me a thumbs up.
All right, we'll see Mr. Sanchez. Which one you're waiting for?
It is Joe Rizzo, and I've seen him on here. He's in custody.
Is it Joe Rizzo or Joe Ruiz?
Jose Rizzo Sanchez.
Okay, who is Jose Rizzo Sanchez? Could you raise your hand for me, please? Jose Rizzo Sanchez. Jose Rizzo Sanchez, raise your hand.
Unless now he's in the breakout room.
Okay, I don't see your client.
Okay, well, he's in custody, and I saw him a few minutes ago. What would the court like me to do?
Oh, just one moment. We're going to find out who he is because he's not raising his hand.
Okay.
I had a Sanchez in the wrong room, so I just flipped them. So Daniel, you can go back to your room.
Oh, thanks, Marcus.
All right, thank you. Look at you, Marcus, multitasking.
Yeah.
Your Honor, so sorry to interrupt. I just got a call from my son's school that I have to pick him up. Can I come back in 30 minutes, please?
Yes.
This is Joel Rodriguez.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'll be right back. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Hopefully everything's okay. Well, I know everything will be okay.
Yes, thank you so much. Be back.
All right, Bridget, we're just waiting for the special unit for you. They should be in shortly.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, Colin Hobbs.
Good morning, Judge. I have Nathan Medina this morning with CTD and Francisco Tristan with Family Violence. I've changed my name. I'll speak to prosecutors.
Look at you. It's first day of school and you bought an apple and you brought an apple for the teacher. I appreciate that.
I try, Judge. I try.
Hey, I'm sending you to breakout room number 5.
Thank you, Judge.
Albert Acevedo. Thank you, Hunter.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Miss Marla Garrison on the docket, and that's going to be with CTD.
I'll send you to number 6.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ed Bartolome.
Ruben Hernandez, Your Honor.
And Criminal Trial Division or Family Violence. Ed, Criminal Trial Division or Family Violence. It's a day where I'm talking to myself.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mute you, Judge. I believe it's family violence.
All right, I'm sending you to breakout room number 7.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Kelly Piddle. Kelly Piddle. Kelly Piddle going once, twice, 3 times. Marshall White.
Good morning, Judge. I am here for Jose Guerrero. I believe he's on the screen now, name K51. We're here for a plea. I would like a breakout room to go over the paperwork.
You say Jose Barrera?
Jose Guerrero.
Guerrera?
Yes, with a G.
All righty. Is it Criminal Trial Division or Family Violence?
Family violence, but we have the paperwork.
All right, and do you have the paperwork from the clerk as well? I'm sorry, from the court coordinator?
I'm not too sure, but I have forwarded my email, his email address to her.
Okay, then she should be sending it. I'll send you to breakout room number 8 with your client. And how is he listed, did you say?
I think it's under K51. Mr. Guerrero, could you answer?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 8. And Mr. Guerrero, if you'll go to 8.
Yes.
Nathaniel Navy.
Good morning, Judge. I have Wardell Lemon. That's a family violence case. And then I also have one more, Julius Clayton. That's a criminal trial case.
I'll send you to number 9.
Thank you.
Michael Latimer.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm representing Leo Hernandez. It's a criminal trial division case.
I'll send you to number 10.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Orlando Castagnon.
Morning, Judge. I'm here on Roland Davis. I think he's identified on screen as Keolaha Hernandez, but I've just instructed him to change his name by scrolling over the 3 dots.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 11.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Thanks for changing your name.
You're welcome.
Paul Torres.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Great. How's it going for you? It's Monday. It's a happy day.
It is a happy day, Your Honor. I represent Daniel James' friend, and he's in custody. It's a family violence case. I don't believe we have a trial setting and probably need to talk to the state.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 12.
Judge, can you fit me in there as well? This is
Yes.
Mr. Sutton.
Rick Crow.
Yes, Judge, I'm here. My client is Adam Baez on family violence, and I have co-counsel David Parent, who should be online too.
Yes, Judge, I'm online. David Parent, I'm online, Judge.
All right, thank you. I'm sending you all to lucky breakout room number 13. It is a lucky breakout room. Don't make it unlucky.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Robert Porter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mr. Melvin Jones, he's the special prosecutor. It's either going to be David Lewin or Caitlin Wilkes.
And I believe
I'm here,
Caitlin is
Judge.
here.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, and you should have the ability to move throughout the rooms. I'm going to send you to number 14, Robert.
Great. I'll join. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Will Brooks.
Morning, Judge. I have Mr. Richard Ruiz. We're here for trial this morning, and we're not able to work it out, so we just need to get, I guess, a new trial date, Judge.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2 to confirm a trial date, then we'll put it on the record.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge, could you check if there's a Ruben Hernandez? I know we have a couple on the docket. Hernandez.
Is he in custody?
Yes.
All right, let me look.
There's CH4, but I don't know if that's Ruben or the other. Gabriel.
Is there a Ruben Hernandez here? Ruben Hernandez, if you're an inmate, please raise your hand. No, CH4 is not Ruben Hernandez.
Thank you.
All right, we will wait on him. Will Brooks. I think I just sent you, just 1 second. Russell Mitchell.
Hey, Judge.
Hello, how's it going?
Good, good. How are you?
Great. Who do you have?
I have a Charles Jones. It's a CTD case. My case is a state jail drug case. He picked up 3 new drug cases that are second-degree felonies that are awaiting indictment. I think the DA is still waiting for labs, and I am not his lawyer on those. I would anticipate if and when those cases get indicted and they get resolved, that my case will be taken into consideration with any kind of deal that gets worked out on those.
Just give me one moment. I'm gonna come right back to you, okay?
Okay, Judge.
Thank you. Robert Featherston.
Judge, I'm here with Robert Featherston on Nathaniel Tristan. It's a family violence case.
All right, I'll send you all to breakout room. Let me see what is open. Send you to breakout room number 15.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge, send me too.
All right, Robert, I won't forget about you. Leo Gonzalez. Leo Gonzalez.
I'm here, Judge. I was here on Manuel Rodriguez. We were set for a status on discovery.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
I'm sorry, it's family violence.
All right, I'm going to send you to number 16. Charles Bunk.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Joshua Carroll, Criminal Trial Division. He's present in the courtroom.
I'm sending you to number 17.
My favorite. That's my lucky number. All right.
Yay.
That's awesome. All right. Thanks.
You're welcome. Lorraine Efron. Lorraine Efron. George Schaefer.
Yes, Your Honor. My client should be in the courtroom. He tells me that he wants to hire his own attorney. And I would ask for like 3-week reset for him to do that.
Just give me a moment. Who's your client?
Jose de Leon Rodriguez.
Hi, Judge. I'm here on that case. I submitted a Padilla letter to Mr. Schaefer last week. So.
And I have received it, Teresa.
Oh, okay, great.
Awesome. Then I think you are excused, Ms. Coles-Davila, unless you need to speak with the Jose Rodriguez.
No, Your Honor, I don't.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye-bye.
Your Honor, can I get in a breakout room to get a trial date on Miss Garrison, please?
I'm sending you to breakout room number 2. And to all those who are getting trial dates, you are not excused until I excuse you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Brian Kimbrough and Mr. Schaefer, I'll be right back with you.
Sure.
Morning, Your Honor. I
morning.
have Iliano Honesto. It is an MTR. I would like to confer with Marcus briefly, just to make sure we have the deal set, and then I'll talk to Ms. Honesto about it.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 18.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Alfredo Ortiz.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You have a motion to withdraw on who?
Gabriel Hernandez.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal Trial Division.
I'll send you to number 19.
Your Honor, on Melvin Jones, I don't see him. And I was going to send him into a breakout room with his attorney to confer an offer, but.
Is he on bond or in custody?
He is in custody, Your Honor. And I've looked through who's present from the jail and I don't see him.
All right, could you do me a favor? If you could go to, I think they are a little bit shorthanded at the jail. So they should bring him out shortly.
Okay, great. We'll wait patiently. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Ed Cano.
Hello, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I'm here, Devin Soto, and we were scheduled for trial today, and so we haven't been able to work it out, Judge.
Criminal trial division or family violence?
Yeah, I'm sorry, criminal trial division, Judge.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 20.
Yes, ma'am.
Joel Rodriguez. Joel Rodriguez.
He went to get his son at school.
Thank you. Thank you, Ed, for reminding me of that. All right. Roy Barrera. Roy Barrera. Going once, going twice, 3 times. Robert Maurer.
Judge, I have Andres Adame. It's a trial, always going to be a trial forever. So I just need a trial date.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Family violence.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2, confer over trial date, and we'll put it on the record.
All right, thanks.
All right, is there any, I'm sorry?
Who am I conferring with?
No, it's the state and Miss Ferguson, so they can give you the trial date.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, is there any attorney whose name has not been called and you have not been sent to a breakout room?
Yes, Your Honor. Efren Torres.
All right, Mr. Torres, who do you have?
We have Roland Huerta, Judge. Me. Trial division case.
Which kind of case is it?
It's a criminal trial division.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 21. That's a lucky room.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Judge, this is Bridget Garza. Have we heard anything about the prosecutor checking in?
Yes, Judge, I'm here.
Okay.
All right, so Bridget Garza, stop just a moment. Bridget Garza, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 22.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Your Honor, man.
Wait.
Okay, sorry.
One at a time. All right,
All right.
yes.
Okay, it's Ruperto Garcia. I was retained by Patrick Sanchez. I've tried to inform Mr. Mays, but we haven't been able to make contact, but I left messages for him that we got retained, but he was set for today. And
Yes.
I barely just started getting discovery. And I want to see if the state will hold their last offer so I can go ahead and sit down and make sure my client has it's a decision he should make. So,
Just 1 second. Let me see which page your client is on. Tell you what I'm going to do. Mr. Mays,
yes, Your Honor.
if you can go back to breakout room number 3,
Okay, Judge.
and I'm going to send the attorney to number 3. And if you guys can confirm what discovery you have, please.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
And Your Honor, this is Andres Campion when the
Yes.
court starts.
Yes, who do you have?
I have Julian Salazar with CTD.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 23.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Archie Dorset, I don't think my name.
Judge, I
I
sent you a
didn't hear
chat.
my name.
All right, thank you.
My attorney is Roy Barrera.
Yeah, if you were here early, I told everyone that your attorney's name will be called. Your name would not be called. I've already called your attorney's name. If your attorney is available, they will answer.
Okay, thank you.
I'm available, Judge.
All right. Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
Family violence.
All right. And are you in the same room with your client? Because I only see your client's face on the screen. I don't see you.
We're in the same office. He's here at the Barrera firm, Judge. He's just in another room and I'm in my office, but we're Zooming from the same address.
Okay. I'm going to send you to breakout room. Let me see what's available. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 24.
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome. All right. Let me check the rooms.
Judge, I'm back from 5 on one of my cases when you're ready.
All right, just give me one moment. Victoria Hernandez, where are you?
I'm here.
All right, just one moment. My computer is working very slow.
You have to have patience in your pocket, Judge.
Oh, I have it there. It's there. Can you imagine what my mom would say if I didn't have any patience? She'd be like, didn't I teach you better than that? And I'm like, yes, Mom. All right, Victoria Hernandez, we're here. And the reason why we're here is we're here for a compliance hearing. This is not on the record. This is just me trying to get your attention.
Yes, ma'am.
So you are on deferred adjudication for abandoning a child with intent to return. Do you have an idea why you're here today?
For failing my drug test.
Yes. Why are you using drugs?
I have stopped using the drugs.
No, but why are you using drugs while you're on probation out of this court? Do you want to go to prison?
No, ma'am.
I mean, you can go there for 2 years. If you want to use drugs, you can. I don't think they'll allow you to grow drugs at the prison. But if you want to, I can send you to prison, and that way you won't have to follow the rules while you're on this probation. You can follow whatever rules they set for you at the prison. And some of those rules include not being able to take a bath, because I don't think they have bathtubs there. You don't get fabric softener on your laundry. My understanding is they put everybody's laundry together and you get what you get. So is that what you want?
No, ma'am.
And are your children with you?
Yes, ma'am.
They live with you?
Yes.
So what is the issue with a drugged up mom taking care of children? That's not good for children. So you want to explain that to me? Like, I'm trying to figure out what is your problem. For example, you know that I can send you to prison, but yet you continue to use drugs. You know you should be a better parent for your children, but yet you continue to use drugs. So I'm trying to figure out, why is this happening? Maybe you're a lost cause. I like to think of human beings as not being lost cause, but maybe at this point in your life, there's nothing I can do for you and you need to go to prison. So again, what is your issue? Why do you continue to use drugs while you're on probation? Not that you shouldn't be using drugs anyway, because you're taking care of children. I mean, you're shaking your head yes and no, but honestly, I don't even think I'm getting to you. And I don't know why Child Protective Services is not involved, because somebody should not have children when they are using drugs. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
But you continue to do this. How old are you?
22.
And where are you using your drugs?
After work.
So instead of taking care of your children, you're using drugs. How old are your children?
7, 6, and 3.
So they know you're using drugs.
No, ma'am.
No, trust me. Your children know when their mom is high and they're not all there. And I guarantee you, the 6 and 7-year-old are taking care of the 3-year-old.
No, ma'am.
And they didn't buy into that. No, when you're drugged out of sleep, the 6 and 7-year-old have to take care of the 3-year-old. That's the way it is. And guess what? Your 6 and 7-year-old don't want to be a parent to a 3-year-old. That's not their child. They don't want to change that child's, I don't know if the child is still in diapers or not, but they don't want to feed the child. They shouldn't have to do any of that. That should be all on you, because you decided to have 3 children, 6, 7, and 3 at 22 years of age. And I don't know if you're using drugs to get away from your problems, but it's different when it's a problem not of your own making, but these are problems all of your own making. Abandoning your child being on deferred adjudication out of this court, that's a problem of your own making. Nobody told you to do that. You did it. Using drugs, nobody told you to do that. You're doing that on your own. If the pressure is too much for you, then you should be going to parenting classes, which is what I ordered. Again, I don't know why Child Protective Services is not involved. I think that there should be a CPS worker liaison in every last one of these courts, because you are not fit to parent at this point in time. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is what we're going to do. To her probation officer, it is Chavez. Chavez, this is what I want done with Ms. Hernandez. I want her to continue to test. If her levels go up, I want a motion to revoke file. And what that means, Ms. Hernandez, is the police will pick you up wherever you may be, because a warrant is going to be issued for your arrest. It may be at your job, it may be at your home. In which case, when that happens, Child Protective Services is going to get called. So you're going to stop using drugs. Either you're going to stop using drugs at a facility, or either you're going to stop using drugs on your own. And I'm going to want field visits, random, 3 times a month. And I want a field visit at her house today so somebody can check on her children and see how they're doing. Because I know that the 7-year-old and 6-year-old are taking care of a 3-year-old, and they shouldn't have to. And I know that the 7-year-old and the 6-year-old are cooking breakfast for a 3-year-old, and they shouldn't have to. And I know the 7-year-old and the 6-year-old are dressing a 3-year-old, and they shouldn't have to. And I know a 7-year-old and a 6-year-old are probably tense because they're like, we got to watch our mom because our mom is using drugs and she's not here 100% of the time. And we got to make sure that we're all protected from our mom, who won't stop using drugs, who continues to make bad choices. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else that she needs, Ms. Chavez? Oh, I'm sorry, you're on mute.
Ma'am.
All right, I'm sending you to breakout room number 1. And they'll go over conditions with you. Don't come back for this foolishness. Everyone, just give me a moment. All right, Alice Warburton.
Yes, Judge. We conferred with Norma and the state, and it seems that October 15th, it's a Friday, so I guess that is the good date.
All right, just give me a moment. Is there a prosecutor available?
Corey's here, Judge.
Thank you. We are having issues.
I understand, Judge. I have a new laptop too, and I'm still.
Oh no, there's something wrong with our computer system. It's been acting weird for a while, so we shall see. And there we go again. It keeps popping to to speaker view. I don't know why it keeps doing that.
Well, if I can give you any advice, have someone come look at it, because I ignored a few little things And then last week I besotted, what's that? Oh, I learned black screen of death. It's when the top half and the bottom half of your laptop refuse to communicate. So I had to get a new one. And they were like, did this happen? And I was like, oh, I ignored that. And they were like, you should not have. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, gosh. Well,
Yeah.
I will remember that. All right. The court is going to call 2020 CR 6558, State of Texas versus Christopher Wayne Allen. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Joe Ray Garcia.
for the defense?
Alice Warburton for the defendant.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Judge.
And Christopher Wayne Allen, where are you?
I'm here, Judge.
All right, do you have any objections with us proceeding by video?
I do not, Your Honor.
All right, defense, have you received all of the discovery in this case?
To the best of my knowledge, Judge, yes, we have.
Has an offer been tendered?
It has, Judge.
And Mr. Allen, are you rejecting that offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right, my understanding, both parties have conferred, and the jury trial date will be October 15th. Any objections from the defense to October 15th as a jury trial date?
No, Judge. I only ask that, we get notice just a little bit in advance, whether we need to report via Zoom or via or in person. And of course, we won't know till October, but that would be my only request, of course.
Mr. Allen, do you have any objections to October 15th as jury trial date?
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
State, do you have any objections to October 15th as jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Allen, your jury trial date will be October 15th at 9 a.m. You'll need to appear in the 187 District Court at 9 a.m. It's located at 300 De La Rosa on the 4th floor. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
All right. When is your court date?
October the 15th at 9 a.m. at the 187th Court.
All right, and you'll need to be dressed for trial. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after today. If you decide to enter a plea, it will have to be open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if there's nothing else, we'll close the record, and Ms. Warburton, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good Monday.
All right,
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, Johnny Cisneros,
Yes, ma'am.
do you have a jury trial date?
November the 17th, Your Honor.
All right. Who are the parties on Edward Gill? Is there a prosecutor available to take, for me to put on the record this plea date?
I've been dealing with David Martin, but whoever.
All right, Rosa Hernandez. Who's the person in the background with a cat as a, I don't know, support animal?
Here.
All right, who's this person in the background?
That's my daughter.
Hi, she needs to go off she can't have that cat in the courtroom.
Take the cat to the room, babe, please. I'm sorry about that.
No problem. I think cats are independent. They probably don't want all that rubbing anyway, but okay, just give me a moment.
Okay.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 3692, State of Texas versus Edward Gill. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Joe Ray Garcia.
For the defense?
Annie Cisneros.
And Edward Gill, where are you?
We're here, ma'am.
All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Your Honor, we have, to my knowledge.
All right, and was an offer tendered?
I don't believe it's been, Judge, I don't have the file with me because I haven't left the house in a week.
Oh, no problem. Mr. Gill, did you receive an offer in this case? I don't want to know what the offer is, but did you receive an offer?
No, ma'am.
All right, so what I'm going to do, Mr. Cisneros, I'm going to have you all go to a breakout room so that the state can tender an offer. And then at that point, if your client wishes to go to trial, we'll put that on the record.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. So he's in breakout room. I'll send you to breakout room number. Let me just find a breakout room for you. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 25.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Judge, this is Robert Mauer. I'm back from a breaker room, and Joe Ray and I have an agreed date for trial.
Just give me a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Charles Mays. Yes. And the person who's
Roberto Garcia.
yes. All right. So Mr. May, my understanding is Roberto Garcia has filed a notice of retained counsel on Patrick Sanchez.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. So you are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Roberto. Yes. And Mr. Garcia, did you have a chance to confer with the state yet or no?
No, Mr. Mays had gotten what I considered a pretty good offer, but the family had wanted to kind of talk about a couple of other things, so we're in. But I'd like to talk to the state to make sure they'll keep a hold on that offer to make sure that as quickly as possible, come back to the court and we'll let the court decide.
All right. If you could go back to breakout room number 3, a prosecutor will meet you there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Daniel De La Garza.
Yes, Your Honor. Back in the breakout room with my client. I'd like to confer with a family violence prosecutor if I could.
All right. I'll send you to breakout room number 26.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge Bridget Garza.
All right, everyone, just give me a moment.
Okay.
I'm going in order.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, yes, no problem. All right, Bridget Garza.
Judge, I needed to confer with Mr. Solis. He's at the jail.
All right, let me see what breakout room you were in.
I was in 22.
All right, thank you. If you go to 22, Mr. Solis is there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Albert,
Judge. I'm sorry. Do I go to breakout room 25 with my lawyer, or do I just wait here?
Just wait here.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, the other people who were in breakout room number 2, Will Brooks. On Richard.
Morning, Judge. Yes, ma'am. We've conferred and we got a trial date of November 17th, Judge.
All right, so we're going to put this on the record. Is there a prosecutor available?
It was Ray or David, Judge.
All right, the court is calling 2021 CR 2279, State of Texas versus Richard Stephen Ruiz. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Joe Ray Garcia.
For the defense?
Will Brooks for Mr. Ruiz, Judge.
And Mr. Ruiz, Richard Ruiz, where are you?
He's an inmate, Judge. I saw him earlier.
All right, Mr. Richard Ruiz, can you unmute for me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you Richard Ruiz?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No, ma'am.
No, Your Honor.
Any objections
No, Your
from
Honor.
the defense?
No, Judge.
Mr. Ruiz, do you have any objections with this taking place by video?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, have you received all discovery in this case?
To date, yes, I have, Judge.
Was an offer tendered?
It was, Judge.
Mr. Ruiz, are you rejecting that offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court's understanding that jury trial date has been conferred upon, and that date will be November 17th. State any objections to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any objection to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No objections, Judge.
Mr. Ruiz, do you have any objection to November 17th as a jury trial date?
I thought jury was today.
Juries have been suspended because of COVID, because COVID is running rampant, because people won't wear their mask and socially distance.
Okay.
So therefore, there's no jury trial date.
Okay. Okay.
So your jury trial date is going to be November 17th. So any objections to that as a jury trial date, Mr. Ruiz?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ruiz, you will be brought to the 187 District Court dressed for trial on November 17th at 9 a.m. If you're released from custody, you will need to be in the 187 District Court on November 17th at 9 a.m. It's located at 300 De La Rosa on the 4th floor. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
When is your jury trial date?
November 17th.
You're getting help from other people at the jail? All right. What time?
9 a.m.
Oh, Richard, Mr. Brooks, I think you're going to have to help your client with the jury trial date. We'll see you then. Mr. Ruiz, either you'll be brought over from the jail. If you bond out, you need to be here. If you're not here, what's going to end up happening is a warrant may be issued for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Norman, can you let them know Ruiz can go back? He's number 5.
Judge Bridget Garza, it was the wrong Solis in room 22. It's Justin Solis, but my client is Santana Solis.
All right, who is Santana Solis? Could you raise your right hand for me, please?
And he's a Spanish speaker.
All right, let me see. Is this your client?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I will send your client in that room.
Okay.
14A.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm in 14A? No, you're sending it.
No, his number is 14A. That's for
Okay.
me to know which one it is.
All righty. Thank you.
¿Todo está bien?
So I'm going to send him to 22. And if you can let the other Solis know he needs to get out of that room, Bridget. All right, could someone, who on this screen is a Spanish speaker?
I am, Judge.
All right, Mr. Torres, could you tell Mr. Solis to go to 22, please?
Señor Solís, soy el abogado Flying Torres. La jueza quiere que te va a abrir otro cuarto, que es el cuarto 22. Por favor, entre ese cuarto para hablar con tu abogado, me imagino.
Ok, está bien.
Ok? Muy bien. That's fine, Judge.
All right, thank you so much. Gracias. That's all I have. And I know I mispronounced that. I try. All right. Robert Maurer, you have a jury trial scheduled?
Yes, Judge, November 1st for Andres Adame.
All right, let me find Mr. Adame. Who is the prosecutor on Adame?
Joe Ray.
Joe Ray, are you here?
I'm here, Judge. Yes.
All right. Court is calling. Court is calling 2019 CR 8465 and 2020 CR 5634, State of Texas versus Andres Adame. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Joey Garcia.
For the defense?
Robert Maurer for defendant, Your Honor.
All right, and where is Andres Adame?
He's in custody, Judge.
Mr. Adame, can you unmute for me, please? All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state? Any objections from the defense? And are you Andres Adame?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any objections with us proceeding by video?
No, ma'am.
All right, my understanding is that the defense is requesting a jury trial. Defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
I have.
And has an offer been tendered to your client?
Yes, some time passed.
Mr. Adame, are you rejecting that offer?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
My understanding is that both parties have had a chance to confer on a jury trial date. The new jury trial date is August 1st. Defense, any objection to August 1st as a jury trial date?
Yes, November 1st.
I'm sorry, November 1st. Thank you. Any objection to November 1st as a jury trial date?
No, ma'am.
State, any objection to November 1st as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Adame, do you have any objection to November 1st as a jury trial date? If you can unmute for me, please. Do you have any objection to November 1st as a jury trial date, Mr. Adame?
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Adame, your jury trial date will take place November 1st in the 187 District Court. It's located at 300 De La Rosa on the 4th floor. You'll need to be here at 9 a.m. If you're at the Bexar County Jail, you'll be brought over dressed for trial. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you make bond, then you'll need to come to court on your own dressed for trial. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
When is your jury trial date?
November 1st, 9 a.m.
Which court?
187 District Court.
All right, if there's nothing else, we'll close the record. Norma, can you let them know that L3 can go back?
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Judge,
Yes,
it's Bridget again.
yes.
I went in and it was Mr. Justin Solis still in there, and now he's gone, and I don't see Santana Solis on the screen.
I think he went to get a deputy. Just one moment.
Okay.
Norma, can you have Solis Santana? I don't know why he's left the screen. Can you have him come back on, and he needs to go into a breakout room with his attorney? It's Santana Solis. All right, we will get that person for you. Sorry about that. It's Monday, but you know what? If you put a smile on, it will still feel like it's a great Monday. Jeannie Cupid. Jeannie Cupid. All righty. Colin Hobbs.
Judge, I'm here. I'm so sorry. It wouldn't unmute.
Yes, who do you have?
I have James Cole,
Criminal Trial Division or Family Violence?
family violence.
I'm going to send you to breakout room number 27.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
May I, Your Honor?
Just one moment.
Sure.
All right, Colin Hobbs.
Yes, Judge. I've conferred with Meredith on one of my cases for Mr. Nathan Medina. It's an MTR. I'm asking for about 45 days on this. She has given me an offer today. I'm going to go over that with my client, but she's also given me some options for things he can do in that 45-day period.
Why are we doing a 45-day?
Judge, and that's me personally. My mom was just diagnosed with breast cancer. I'm planning on making a couple trips down to Beaumont over the next month, starting this coming Wednesday.
Okay. All right, Norma, on Nathan Medina, can I have a 45-day reset, please? Just one moment. It's Monday.
Understood, Judge.
And everyone, if you'll give me a moment while I sign documents.
Judge, you want me to go back to breakout room number 5 and wait for a family violence prosecutor on my other case?
Sure.
Perfect.
Thank you
May we
very much.
release Nathan Medina?
No, I need to get him his date.
Okay, perfect. Is he free to go once he receives that date? I just don't want to miss a
And
prosecutor.
if you'll remain here, Ms. Ferguson is signing in. Just give me 1 second.
Perfect, will do.
Judge, this is Marshall White. May I temporarily be excused to check into another Zoom? I'm waiting on some paperwork.
All right, have you already received your paperwork or no?
I have not received all of it. I have not received the application for deferred or the consent to do the case by video. So I'm missing some paperwork. I've communicated with Mr. Garcia. I think Ms. Ferguson is supposed to be sending me that.
Sure.
But can I check out real fast
Yes.
and do another Zoom?
Yes, but before you leave, can you make sure you put in the chat box to Ms. Ferguson, because our computer systems, there have been some issues. So if you can make sure you put that in the chat box for her, so she won't have lost it.
Judge, that's part of the problem. I don't see Ms. Ferguson's handle in the chat box.
Oh, it should be there now. She's
sent you
listed
an
as
email.
purchasing coordinator.
I'll send it. I just sent an email as well.
All right, thank you. All right, we will see you back.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be
All
right
right,
back.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Sure.
Your Honor,
Everyone, time out, time out. Just give me a moment, please. Put some patience in your pocket. I know sometimes our pockets are empty, but I'm sure people on the screen will spare some patience. Just one moment. If I do not remove some of the items that are in my computer, what's going to end up happening is it's going to shut down. So just be patient with me. All right. And so, Mr. Guerra, are you still here? Jose Guerra is in breakout room number 8. So if the clerks could go to number 8, please. All right. Rupert Garcia.
yes, Your Honor. I spoke with Marcus about the maintaining the offer that they had last with counsel, and he's fine with it. I just need a little bit of time to be able to talk to my client and see what he's going to do and bring in the other information he wanted to get.
All right, Norma, I need a 45-day reset on Nathan Medina, please.
Put it in the chat, judges, September 14th.
All right, Mr. Medina, you're going to come back on September 14th with your case. So Nathan Medina, you are excused, and Alan Cobbs, that's his new court date.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then Norma, on Patrick Sanchez, I need a 30-day reset, please.
Is Mr. Medina excused, Your Honor?
Yes, he's excused.
Okay. Perfect. Nathan, I'll send you some information as soon as I'm out of court for the other case. And Judge, I'm going to go back to the breakout room.
Well, before you go back to the breakout room, if you remove Nathan Medina and CTD from your screen name, because if you do not, they're going to think you're still waiting on that.
Understood. Yes, Judge.
You can come back on the 21st, Judge.
All right. On Patrick Sanchez, we're going to be back on September 21st. Patrick Sanchez, where are you?
He's in custody, Your Honor.
Norma, is Patrick Sanchez, has he been brought out?
I can check on that, Judge.
He raised his hand, Your Honor.
Why are people not talking today? Patrick Sanchez, where are you?
Yes, ma'am, I'm right here.
All right, Mr. Sanchez, you're coming back on September 21st. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after that date. The court is only extending this plea bargain agreement because you have a new attorney. But if you decide to hire another attorney, this plea deadline date will not be extended. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Norma, can you let them know that CH6 can go back?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're excused if you don't have anyone else with us.
No, that's it, Your Honor. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, you're welcome. And everyone, just give me a moment, please.
Page 12, Judge.
Thank you. You knew what I was looking for. I appreciate that. All right, Russell Mitchell, you've been patiently waiting.
Yes, Judge.
All right, so what is happening with Charles Jones?
I'm appointed on the case today. That's a state jail felony. He picked up 3 second-degree drug cases. And if you want to confirm with Marcus or Tom, I believe they're still waiting for labs on those before they go to indictment.
I checked,
and
they're not in.
And I'm not his lawyer on those. Is that right, Tom?
Yes to everything Russell just said.
All
And
right.
also the labs are not in yet.
Norma, can I have a 30-day reset on Charles Jones, please?
The 21st, Judge.
All right, September 21st.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, Charles Bunk on Joshua Carroll.
Yes, Judge.
And he is on the Zoom, Judge.
Yes.
Number 6.
We have a date of November 1st.
All right, so we're headed to jury trial, is that correct?
It appears that way, yes.
All right, where is Joshua Carroll?
He is in your courtroom, Judge.
All right, to the courtroom, if you could have Mr. Carroll come to the front, please. And is there a prosecutor available to put this on the record, please? All right, the court is calling 2019 CR 6812, 2021 CR 1465, 2021 CR 2207, 2021 CR 2771. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Marcus Sanders.
For the defense?
Charles Bunk.
And are you Mr. Carroll?
Now.
We're proceeding by video, but for the record, Mr. Carroll is in the courtroom. Any objections to us proceeding by video?
No objection.
No, Judge.
Mr. Carroll, do you have any objections to us proceeding by video?
No, ma'am.
All right, defense, have you received all the discovery in each of these cases?
I have, yes.
And has an offer been tendered by the state in each of these cases?
Are you asking me? Yes, I have.
All right.
I
And
didn't know you were
Mr.
asking. I'm sorry.
All right, sure, no problem. And Mr. Carroll, it's the court's understanding that you are rejecting those offers and are requesting a jury trial. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Both parties have had a chance to confer on a jury trial date. My understanding is that that jury trial date is November 1st. Defense, any objections to November 1st as a jury trial date?
No, Judge.
State, any objection to November 1st as a jury trial date?
No, Judge.
Mr. Carroll, do you have any objections to November 1st as a jury trial date?
No, ma'am, not at all.
Then your jury trial date will be November 1st at 9 a.m. You'll need to appear in the 187 District Court dressed for trial. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, you'll receive a reset form, so do not leave the courtroom until you sign that form. All right, with that, we'll close the record.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
Everyone, just give me a moment, please.
Mr. Carroll? Thank you.
All right, anyone else back from the breakout room?
Yes, Your Honor.
Efron Torres, yes.
On Roland Puerta, confer with Marcus Sanders. We have a trial date of December 9th.
All right, we're going to go on the record. Court is calling 2019 CR 11721, State of Texas versus Roland Huerta. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Here, Your Honor.
Is there someone here for this from the state?
I can do it, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. If you
Meredith,
announce
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
for the defense?
Efrain Torres Jr.
All right, and where is Roland Huerta?
Here, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Huerta, do you have shades on top of your head?
Not no more, but yes.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objection from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Huerta, do you have any objections to us proceeding by video?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, have you received all the
Mr.
discovery?
Ariana, you can get off the Zoom. The case has gotten reset.
Yes, Your
Have
Honor.
you received all the discovery in this case?
Up until this point, yes.
Was an offer tendered by the state?
Yes.
Mr. Huerta, are you rejecting that offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're requesting a jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
My understanding is that both parties have had a chance to confer on a jury trial date. That jury trial date will be for December 9th. Any objections to December 9th as a jury trial date, state?
No, Judge.
Any objection defense of December 9th as a jury trial date?
No objections, Your Honor.
Right. Mr. Huerta, do you have any objection to December 9th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Huerta, your jury trial will take place on December 9th. You'll need to appear in the 187 District Court at 9 a.m. on December 9th. The court is located at 300 De La Rosa. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
When do you need to appear?
December 9th,
What time?
9 a.m. sharp.
Which court?
187.
All right, and you'll need to be dressed for trial. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after today. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
With that, if there's nothing else, we'll close the record.
Thank you, Your Honor. Will you be excused?
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
I'm
Brian
back to the
Kimbrough.
break. Yes, Your Honor. I have, we have an agreement on Miss Honesto. It's an MTR. She just needs the paperwork and we can proceed.
All right, if you'll put that in the chat box to Ms. Ferguson, she'll get that paperwork to me and we'll go forward.
Yeah, I already did.
Judge, that paperwork has been sent to his email.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. Thank you.
If you can make me a co-host, Judge, so I can send him to a breakout room.
I think she's still in 18.
Just one second. Alfredo Ortiz.
Yes, Your Honor, I conferred with Mr. Morris. I need a breakout room with my client. Gabriel Hernandez, he's in custody.
All right, Gabriel Hernandez, I'm sending you to a breakout room with your attorney. I'm going to send you, let me see where you are, Alfredo. That's funny, you're raising your hand. You're number 19. So Gabriel Hernandez, I'm sending you to breakout room number 19. Hopefully it's the correct Hernandez. All right, Alberto Acevedo.
Thank you, Your Honor. We have a date for Miss Marla Garrison of November 17th.
All right, Miss Garrison, where are you?
I'm here. I'm present, Judge.
All right, is there a prosecutor available?
I am, Judge.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 6716, State of Texas versus Marla Garrison. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
For the defense?
Alberto Acevedo for Miss Garrison.
And are you Miss Garrison?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video. Any objection from the state?
No.
Any objection from the defense?
None, Your Honor.
Ms. Garrison, do you have any objections with us proceeding by video?
No, ma'am.
Defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you tendered an offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Garrison, are you rejecting the offer?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you requesting jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your jury trial date will be November 17th. Is that correct, defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to November 17th as a jury trial date, state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections to November 17th as a jury trial date, defense?
None, Your Honor.
Ms. Garrison, do you have any objections to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Garrison, your jury trial date will be November 17th at 9 a.m. in the 187 District Court. It's located at 300 De La Rosa on the 4th floor, and you'll need to be dressed for trial. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, when is your jury trial date?
November 17th at 9 a.m. in the 187th Court.
All right, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after this date. If you decide to enter a plea, it will have to be open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there's nothing else, Mr. Acevedo, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you. You have a great day too.
Your Honor, just one other matter. I received
Just one moment. I'm trying to find your client on the docket sheet.
Page 10, Judge.
Thank you. Yes.
I received notice to jump on Zoom for a Robert Garcia on a pretrial violation report. Just give you a heads up on that one. I've been unable to contact my client, so I don't believe he's here on Zoom. If you want to call him out, you can, but I don't believe he's on Zoom.
What is the name again?
It's a Robert Garcia, Your Honor.
All right, Robert Garcia. All right, Mr. Acevedo, if you're able to zoom back in at 11:30, and let's see if he shows up here or either in the courtroom.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
I don't think he's going to be in the courtroom. He doesn't really have, it wasn't a court setting. It was just regarding the pretrial violation report.
Okay, well, let's see if you can get in touch with him, because there are some serious issues with the violation report.
No problem. I'll check back in. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome. Mr. Crow.
Yes, Judge. We conferred with Mr. Martin, and we had a trial date for today, and we've agreed on a date of November 17th for Adam Valles.
All right, we'll go on the record. Is there a prosecutor available?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, the court is calling 2019 CR 9697, State of Texas versus Adam Valles. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
David Martin.
For the defense?
Rick Crow.
And Mr. Valles, where are you?
I'm here, Your Honor.
We're proceeding by video. Any objection from the state?
No objection.
Any objections from the defense?
No objection.
Mr. Valles, do you have any objection with us appearing by video?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, have you received all the discovery?
We have.
Was an offer tendered?
Yes.
Mr. Valles, are you rejecting the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your jury trial, my understanding, both state and defense have conferred. Your jury trial date will be November 17th. Any objections to November 17th as a jury trial date, state?
No objection.
Any objections, defense, as November 17th as a jury trial date?
No objection.
Mr. Valles, do you have any objections to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Your jury trial day will be November 17th at 9 a.m. You'll need to appear in the 187 District Court. The court is located at 300 De La Rosa on the 4th floor. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
When is your jury trial day?
November 17th,
What time?
9 a.m.,
Which court?
187.
All right, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after the day. If you enter a plea, it will have to be open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, with that, we will close the record, and Mr. Valles and Mr. Crow, you are both excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Robert Featherston, and after Robert Featherston will be Joanne Eckel. Robert Featherston.
Morning, Your Honor. We have Nathaniel Tristan, 19 CR 8838.
Yes.
We conferred with David Martin, and we have picked a trial date of 9 December.
All right, we're going to go on the record. Court is calling 2019 CR 8838 and 2020 CR 8979, State of Texas versus Nathaniel Tristan. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
David Martin.
For the defense?
Robert Featherston and Adam Pauls.
All right, and are you Mr. Tristan? Could you unmute for me, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No objection, but the 8979 is a different Tristan.
Ah, thank you.
It's just the one.
Okay, so For the record, we're only proceeding on 2019 CR 8838. All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objection from the state?
No objection.
Any objection from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Tristan, do you have any objections to us proceeding by video?
No, Your Honor.
All right, defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
We have, Your Honor.
Was an offer tendered?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Tristan, are you rejecting that offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
My understanding, both parties have conferred and the new trial date will be November 17th. Is that correct?
December 9th.
December 9th, sorry.
Okay.
That's correct.
Any
Your Honor.
Mr. Featherston, any objection to December 9th as a jury trial date?
No, no, Your Honor, no objection.
State, any objection to December 9th as a jury trial date?
No objection.
Mr. Tristan, do you have any objection to December 9th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
All right, your jury trial will take place on December 9th at 9 a.m. in the 187 District Court. You need to come dressed for trial. Do you understand?
I do, Your Honor.
Courtroom is located at 300 De La Rosa. When is your court date?
December 9th,
What time?
9 a.m.,
Which court?
187 District Court.
All right, Mr. Tristan, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after this date. If you enter a plea after today, then it will have to be open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if there's nothing else, we'll close the records, and Mr. Featherston and your co-counsel and the defendant is excused.
Judge, for the record, if we are making a record,
Yes.
I would
we're on
object to the plea bargaining being closed off at this time. But quite frankly, it's not right. And I'll raise it again if it becomes an issue.
All right, plea bargain agreement, there's a deadline. That deadline has expired, and the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after today. Is there anything else from either side?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, and the court will note that an offer has been tendered in this case since February 7th, 2020, and we're now in August 23rd, 2021. All right, the record is closed. Mr. Tristan, you and your attorneys are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Joanne Ethel.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here on Shamarcus Porter, who is family violence, and I was hoping to confer with a prosecutor.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 28.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, I'm still waiting for the breakout room with my client, Gabriel Hernandez.
Mr. Hernandez, Gabriel Hernandez, will you please go to the breakout room with your attorney? He's there, Mr. Alfredo Ortiz. He's in number 19.
How do, okay, all right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, Michael Latimer.
Yes, Your Honor, on Leo Hernandez, this is our trial date today. We already know that no plea bargains will be accepted unless it's an open plea. I filed a motion last week regarding my expert who was having cancer surgery today. So a trial date in early November would be okay.
Have you conferred with the state on a trial date?
Well, yes, I have conferred with Hunter, but as I say, the motion for continuance, Mr. Dickey, the expert, is going to need 60 days for the recovery.
Right. So what you need to do is go to breakout room number 1. Ms. Ferguson will meet you there.
Okay.
And just confer on a trial date.
All right, that's fine.
That is acceptable to you and the state.
Okay, thank you.
So I'll send you to breakout room number 1. And could a prosecutor from Criminal Trial Division on Leo Hernandez go to breakout room number 1 to confer on a jury trial date, please?
Thank you.
All right, a prosecutor will meet you there. Paul Torres.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hi.
We conferred with Mr. Martin, and apparently the CPS records that have been requested have not been received yet by the state. You may recall that I had filed a motion to release those records, and the last hearing, I believe, they had thought they would receive them by now, but have not. So
all right, we've been waiting on those records since February.
Correct.
So why have you all not sent the records? Does anyone know?
Mr. Martin or whoever's with the state would have to answer that, Your Honor. I don't know what they're telling him. The last prosecutor that spoke with us last hearing had indicated they thought they would receive them by today, and I don't know what they were basing that on.
Okay, just give me one moment. I'm going to give you a reset date, and that reset date is going to be for a hearing. So whomever needs to be subpoenaed needs to be subpoenaed, and we can have a hearing on where the CPS records are. Just give me a moment. Let me get a date from the court coordinator. Yes. All right, on Friend, I'm gonna recall it for September 22nd at 2 p.m. And subpoena whomever you need to subpoena to set whatever you need to set to find out where these records are.
Fair enough, Judge.
All right, so we'll recall for September 22nd at 2 p.m. And I'll note that there will be witnesses.
Your Honor, may I request a breakout room with my attorney?
Just give us a moment. All right, Mr. Torres, your client, Mr. Friend, wants to speak with you. After you speak with him, if you could bring him back to the main room, please.
Okay.
All right, and I'll send you, if you and Umberto can go back to breakout room number 12, I'll send Mr. Friend to number 12.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Abelardo Garza.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hi, you've been waiting patiently. Who do you have?
Danielle Thomas, Your Honor.
Is it criminal
Yeah.
trial divisions or family violence?
Criminal trial, we've been talking to Marcus. I think Cornelius has the other case, Your Honor.
All right. I will send you to breakout room number 2.
Okay. Has Cornelius showed up at all?
We're going to have to get him to zoom in. He was here, but then he went to another court.
Okay.
All right, everyone, just give me one moment. Rebecca, do you see Friend on the docket?
A friend was on the recall.
Thank you. I think you memorized this. George Schaefer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
My client is in the courtroom. He's telling me that he wants to hire another attorney.
Okay. Just one moment. We will take that up right now. Who's your client?
Jose de Leon Rodriguez.
All right, we need to get an interpreter. So, because I see he's a Spanish speaker. Just one moment. Ms. Ferguson, I need a Spanish speaker on Jose De Leon Rodriguez, please. And who are the parties are on Honesto, Liana Honesto?
I'm the attorney. I think we're already on that. It's Marcus was the
Is your
ADA.
client in custody or on bond?
She's in custody. She's there on the screen.
Okay. I don't know why it's doing this, Brenna. Yeah, it's doing something crazy.
Judge, this is Marshall White. Maybe it won't be crazy.
No,
I could be put back in a breakout room with my client.
Who is your client?
Mr. Jose Guerrero, number breakout room 8.
All right, I sent you tape.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's just not going to do it. Okay, we're going to go forward without it doing it. Brenna, I hope there are so many people on the Zoom screen. I hope you can see everyone. All right, the court is going to call 2019 CR 6336, State of Texas versus Ileana Honesto. Could I have the parties announced for the record for the state?
Marcus Sanders.
For the defense?
Brian Kimbrough.
And Ileana Honesto, where are you?
I'm here, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No objection.
Any objections from the defense?
No objection.
Ms. Honesto, I'm showing you what's entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision and First Amendment Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review those documents with your attorney and did you understand them?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
All right, are you the same Ileana Honesto who was placed on community supervision in 2019 CR 6336 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1, 4,200 grams on March 2nd, 2020 for a term of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
From the First Amendment motion filed July 20th, 21, condition number 5, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Ileana Honesto did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of March and April 2021 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
True.
We'll waive the rest, Judge.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No objection.
Ms. Honesto, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court can find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you to 2 years in prison? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there an agreement?
There is, Judge. We are asking that you grant the motion, adjudicate and revoke, and sentence her to 2 years TDC. In exchange for her plea, we have agreed to TIC the misdemeanor case. It's 665414.
Is
That's
that the
correct?
All right, the court will follow your agreement. The court will grant the motion, sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. I'm sorry, before we do that, Ms. Ernesto, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes.
All right, then the court will follow your agreement. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison. Take in consideration 665-414, give you credit for any time served. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll go off the record. Mr. Ernesto, good luck to you. If you have a drug or alcohol problem, when you get out, there are plenty of places that you can go that are free. If you don't change your ways, you're going to wake up and find yourself in and out of the prison system. You don't want to be the person when new people come in and they say, how does this place operate? And they say, oh, go speak to Miss Ernesto. We call her Grandma Ernesto. Don't wake up and have spent the majority of your life in prison. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, good luck to you. Norma, can you let them know that L26 can go back? Thank you. All right, thank you, Mr. Kimbrough.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All
Your
right, to
Honor.
all of those people, just 1 second, to all of those people who are driving to some location, you had better find a place to park your vehicle, because if you do not, Mr. Alcatel Joy Tab 2, the location you're going to be driving to is the 187 District Court. I don't understand what people don't understand. You are in a courtroom. And the last I checked, you could not be driving a vehicle in the courtroom. This is not a time for people to be going and running their errands while they are on Zoom. You are in the 187 District Court. So everyone who's out there driving, you better find a location, pull over.
Your Honor, this port, I'm the one that's driving right now. I was at a location. I'm on the tablet. It was gonna die, so I'm on my way to the house right now. I'm not running no errands or nothing. I take this court very seriously, and I'm going to the house right now to get on this charger and do it from home. I apologize so much, man.
Well, I do
No
know
disrespect.
that all cars come with the ability to charge your tablets, charge your phones.
Yes, ma'am. I have it on the charger, but I'm trying to get to a house. I wasn't trying to do court in a car.
Yes, well, where you are now is in a vehicle.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm heading home. I will be there in literally by 1 minute exactly.
All right, George Schaefer, the interpreter is here.
Ready, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Jorge, I saw you on the Zoom come in.
Jose de Leon Rodriguez.
Jorge Valle.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're gonna have to do this old school because the defendant is in the courtroom. His name is Jose de Leon Rodriguez. It's cause number 2020 CR 8207. All right. The court is calling 2020 CR 8207, State of Texas versus Jose de Leon Rodriguez.
La juez llama a la causa 2020 CR 8207, la fiscalía en contra de José León Rodríguez.
Could I have parties announced for the record? For the state,
Que las partes se anuncian para que conste el acta de parte de la fiscalía.
all right, anyone for the state? This is a motion to withdraw.
Alguien de la fiscalía, este es un pedimiento para retirar.
Marcus Sanders for the state.
Marcus
Judge.
Sanders para la fiscalía.
George
defense?
George Schaefer for defendant. It's actually a motion to hire an attorney.
All right.
George Schaefer para el acusado. De hecho, es un pedimento para contratar un abogado.
All right. And are you Mr. Jose de Leon Rodriguez?
¿Es usted el señor José de León Rodríguez?
Hey.
Yes.
We're proceeding with an interpreter.
Estamos procediendo con un intérprete.
If I could have the interpreter raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and from Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do.
And could you state your name for the record, please?
Your Honor, the interpreter's name is Jorge Valle.
Mr. De Leon Rodriguez, it's the court's understanding you wish to hire an attorney.
Señor De León Rodríguez, la jueza entiende que usted desea contratar un abogado.
Sí.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez. This case has been receiving settings since October of 2020.
Bien, señor Rodríguez, este caso ha estado siendo fijado para tener las audiencias desde octubre 2020.
The court will give you a 3-week reset.
La juez le va a dar un cambio de fecha para 3 semanas.
Ms. Ferguson, could I have a 3-week reset date, please?
Señorita Ferguson, por favor, deme una fecha de cambio de fecha para dentro de 3 semanas.
The 23rd, Judge.
El 23, señora juez.
Mr. De Leon Rodriguez, you need to be, I'm sorry.
Señor De León Rodríguez.
Your next court date is September 23rd.
Señor De León Rodríguez, su siguiente audiencia para el tribunal es el 23 de septiembre.
You will need to appear in person or by Zoom.
Usted debe comparecer en persona o por medio de Zoom.
And at that time, you will need to have hired an attorney if that is what you intend to do.
Para esa fecha, usted tiene que haber contratado un abogado si esa es su intención.
And that attorney will need to appear in court or by Zoom.
Y ese abogado debe comparecer en el tribunal o por medio de Zoom.
Is there anything else from either party?
¿Hay algo más de ambas partes?
Nothing from the state.
Nada de la fiscalía.
Nothing from defendant other than we are ready at any time if he does or does not hire an attorney.
Y nada de parte de la defensa, solo que estamos listos en cualquier momento, ya sea que él contrate o no un abogado.
And off the record, Brenda, when I say off the record, we had a discussion off the record.
Tuvimos una plática fuera del acta.
And defense, my understanding is the immigration attorney has submitted a Padilla letter to you.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Yo tengo entendido de parte de la defensa que el abogado de inmigración le mandó una carta de perdida a usted, si es correcto, su señoría.
And Mr. Schaefer, is there anything else you would need from the immigration attorney?
No, Your Honor.
Señor Schaefer, ¿hay algo más que usted necesita de parte del abogado de inmigración? No, su señoría.
Mr. De Leon Rodriguez, we will give you a reset form. Once you receive that reset form, you are excused.
Señor De León Rodríguez, le vamos a dar un formulario para cambio de fecha. Una vez que usted reciba ese formulario para cambio de fecha, usted se puede retirar.
Okay. We will close the record.
En este momento cerramos el acta.
Thank you, Mr. Valle.
You're welcome, Your
thank you
Honor.
for your patience. Bye-bye. Have a good Monday.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, bye-bye.
Judge, this is Marshall White. I'd like to advise the court that I think we've submitted all the plea paperwork.
All right, once I receive the paperwork from the clerks, then we'll proceed on your case. Alfredo Ortiz.
Your Honor, can I be put on a breakout room with Mr. Hunter Morris?
All right, let me see what breakout room you were in. And Ms. Ferguson, could you call Mr. Cox to have him zoom in, please?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All right, Alfredo, I'm going to move you to number 15. And Mr. Morris, if you could go to 15.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Can I be put in a breakout room with my client, Mr. Davis? I think he's listed as Hernandez.
Which break order are you in?
Currently, I don't recall. Let me see. 11.
Okay, let me see. You're in number 11. And who do you need to speak with?
With Roland Davis, he is listed, I think, or at least was listed as Keolani Hernandez. He still is Kealoha Hernandez.
Okay. I will send him to number 11.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, this is Roland Garcia.
Just one moment. I have to find everyone on screen. Keolani Hernandez, you should already see where you can go to 11. But so it'll pop up for you. I'll send you to 10 and I'll send your attorney to 10. So it should pop up on your screen. All right, and everyone, remember, let's make this a great Monday. Continue to have patience in your pocket. Is there a prosecutor available for Jose Guerra?
Yes.
Violation of protective order? All
Is
right,
it trial date or?
it's for a plea.
I was working with Mr. Garcia.
Oh, okay, it's a plea.
And I can walk you through the plea, Meredith, if you're available.
I can do it, Judge, if Joe Ray. I think Joe Ray's in a breakout room.
Okay. All right. The court is calling 2021 CR 7556, State of Texas versus Jose Raymond Guerra. Could I have the parties announced for the record for the state?
David Martin.
For the defense?
Marshall D. White.
And Mr. Guerra, where are you?
You're on mute, Mr. Guerrero.
I apologize about that. Yes, I'm here.
All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objection from the state?
Okay.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor, but I do want to advise the court that we do have a bad connection, so I'm not hearing you very succinctly.
All right, could you do me a favor then, Mr. White? Could you zoom out and then zoom back in?
No problem.
All right, thank you. Mr. Cox, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2.
Judge Boyd, it's Anthony Cantrell.
Yes.
I pulled over. I was traveling from Atascosa County on a live hearing. So that's why I was, but anyway, I pulled over to stop. And
all right, I'll send you to breakout room.
I've conferred with Marcus.
Number 3. Yes.
And so we've agreed on a trial date of December 9th, if that's okay with the court.
All right, is there a prosecutor available?
Yes, Marcus.
All right, the court is calling 2019 CR 11671 and 2019 CR 11690, State of Texas versus Wilfredo Avila. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Marcus Sanders.
For the defense?
Anthony Cantrell.
And where is Mr. Avila?
Your Honor, he's incarcerated at this time, Bexar County.
Let me see if he is on the Zoom. Mr. Avila, I need you to unmute, please.
Looks like the chair is empty, Judge.
It's Monday. Norma, could you get Mr. Avila back here, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Andres Campion.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm back from the breakout room after conferring with the state.
Yes.
We would like to ask the court for a short reset, just a couple of weeks, and I'm anticipating that we will hopefully have this resolved by then.
All right, just give me one moment on your case.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
And is it Julian Omar Salazar Jimenez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Norma, on that case, can you give them a 2-week reset, please, for disposition?
Judge, can you give me one second? Give me 1 second, Judge. Ladd,
Yes.
Just one moment, everyone. As my grandmother would say, hold your horses, everyone. And then Mr.
I can do
White.
September 10th, Judge.
All right, we're going to come back on September 10th for disposition on Mr. Salazar. And that will be your plea deadline date. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after that date.
Understood, Your Honor.
All right, if you don't have anyone else with us, you are excused, and so is your client.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. You all have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Your Honor, I just want to let you know I'm back. Joel Rodriguez.
Oh, thank you so much. Just give me one moment. Rebecca, what page is that on?
10.
Thank you. All right, Mr. White, you're back. Marshall White.
Yes, Judge, I'm back. I can hear you a little better. I'm back.
All right, awesome. All right, we're back on the record in 2021 CR 7556, State of Texas versus Jose Ramon Guerra. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
David Martin.
For the defense?
Yes.
Defense, if you could announce, please.
Marshall D. White.
Jose Guerra.
And are you Jose Ramon Guerra?
Yes.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state?
No objection.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Guerra, I'm showing you what's entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
And did you electronically sign it?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Guerra, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes.
Mr. Guerra, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court's Admonishment and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand what you're charged with is violation, bond, protective order, assault, stalking? That's a third-degree felony, and the range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up these rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense? Counsel?
Yes, we discussed those, Judge.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent, was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your Honor.
Mr. Guerra, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, not at all.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, there's a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. State will take in consideration the following JN numbers: 2020277, 2020278, County Court Cause number 624044, restitution of any of the complainants. There's to be no contact with Cixus. I believe I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. It's CIEXUS Cortez. Restitution, if any, to Cixus Cortez. Affirmative finding of family violence. Did you understand with the affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that to be the entirety of the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. The only thing I would add, and I spoke with Mr. Garcia about it, is that if restitution is necessary, then Mr. Guerrero be granted a hearing.
All right. State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, it is.
Next, I'm going to show you the paragraph entitled Waiver Repeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
There was a motion filed, Your Honor, with respect to Mr. Guerrero's bond conditions. There was a motion filed to modify his bond conditions.
All right. And next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There'll be 120 hours community service restitution in the BIPP course. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense is charged in the indictment. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence to support the defendant's plea.
What for states one on the attachments?
No
Any
objections,
objections? Mr. Guerra, I'm showing you what's entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent? Mr. Guerra,
Yes, ma'am.
did you understand that?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. Respectfully, I asked the court to follow the plea bargain agreement as the court just indicated, Mr. Guerrero is ready to get his life back on track. He has since relocated. His current living arrangement is much different than it was before. So we respectfully request that the court follow the plea bargain.
All right, Mr. Guerra, do you have any children?
Yes, I do. I have one daughter.
What is the age?
She's 4 years old.
And is that daughter, is her mother the complainant in this case?
Yes.
So do you see your daughter?
Yes, I do. I still fulfill my obligations.
Well, I mean, a child isn't really an obligation. It's something that you should want to do, right?
Yes, of course. Although at this point, I do have obligations like to keep up, like as far as court ordered. So even though I'm on monitor house arrest, I still make sure that I'm having her when I'm supposed to.
All right. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Clean.
All right. Where are you employed?
At the moment,
Mr. Guerrero is on house arrest. He is not employed.
Well, I mean, sometimes people are on partial. So you've been on house arrest?
yes, full house arrest. No.
Right. So what do you do when what were you doing before?
Before I was a cook / cashier.
State, are you going to request that Mr. Guerra remain on house arrest or remain on GPS?
I don't believe so, Judge.
All right. So any objection to the removal of GPS?
No.
All right. I'm going to order that GPS is removed by Friday, and state that should give you a chance to let the complainant know that GPS will be lifted by Friday. So Mr. Guerra, your GPS, well, I'm sorry, let me make it on Thursday because Friday you may get in late and they may keep you on GPS. So GPS will be lifted by Thursday. State that should give you a chance to let the complainant know that GPS is lifted. Going to sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication, $1,500 fine that will be probated. Take in consideration JN numbers 2020277, 2020278, County Court Cause number 624044. There's to be no contact with Sexus Cortez, restitution of any with Sexus Cortez. Once you receive the restitution amount, Mr. Guerra, if you think that amount is inappropriate, we will have a restitution of hearing. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, the BIPP course, 120 hours of community service restitution, 40 hours will be waived if you receive the vaccine. And I want to make the record clear, I am not forcing anyone to get a vaccine. You don't have to get it if you don't want to get it. However, if you do receive the vaccine and you completed the entirety of the vaccine protocol, then 40 hours of your community service restitution will be waived. GPS will be removed August 26th. There's to be regular UAs, or you can do the patch. Parenting classes. Proof of employment within 30 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visit, random. One time per month. Rebecca, is there anything else that he needs?
No, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Guerra, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And also, because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And there's a no contact order in place. So that means that you cannot contact her through third parties. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Guerra? She doesn't want you anymore. She doesn't want to be with you anymore. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So that relationship is over. From here on out, everything you do, you need to ask yourself, is this something that could result in me going to prison for 10 years? Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. Probation will go over conditions with you. And let me see which room you were in. Mr. Marshall, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1 as well.
Okay.
And you can be excused from that room. Do you remember which breakout room your client was in?
8.
Oh, you're excellent. Thank you very much. Mr. Guerra, if you go to 1. And everyone, just give me one moment, please. Bridget Garza, Mr. Solis, I need you to go to breakout room number 3, please.
Judge, I'm not sure. You wanted me to go to 1 or 8?
No, you're going to breakout room number 1.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Solis, the client for Bridget Garza, if you could go to number 1, please. And Mr. Avila, can you unmute for me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and what is the trial date on this case, Mr. Cantrell?
December 9th, Your Honor.
All right, the court is calling 2019 CR 11671 and 2019 CR 11690, State of Texas versus Bafrano Avila. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Docket Sanders.
For the defense?
Anthony Cantrell.
And are you Mr. Avila?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
None.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Avila, do you have any objections with us proceeding by video?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Yes, Your Honor. As of now, yes.
And was an offer tendered in each of the cause numbers?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Avila, are you rejecting the offers that have been tendered?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
My understanding, both parties have had a chance to confer on a jury trial date. Defense, do you have any objections to this jury trial date?
I couldn't hear that, but I think you said December 9th. We have no objection.
All right. Defense, any objections to December 9th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
State, any objection to December 9th?
I apologize. I understand what I was doing.
No.
State, any objection to December 9th as a jury trial date?
No, Judge.
Mr. Avila, can you unmute? Do you have any objection to December 9th as a jury trial date?
No, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Avila, you're going to need to be in the 187 District Court at 9 a.m. on December 9th, dressed for trial. If you are in custody, you will be brought over. If you are on bond, you will need to appear in the 187 District Court located at 300 De La Rosa, December 9th at 9 a.m. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
When is your jury trial date?
December 9th,
What time?
9 in the morning,
Which court?
187.
All right, thank you. With that, we'll close the record. Mr. I'm sorry, Brenda, don't close the record yet. Mr. Avila,
Yes, ma'am.
not accept any plea bargain agreements after today. If you decide to enter a plea, that the court will only accept pleas that are open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Norman, can you let them know that L2 can go back, please?
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you. Joel Rodriguez?
I'm
Well,
here, Your Honor. Sorry.
Hi. I hope everything's okay with your child.
Your Honor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear. I said, I hope everything's okay with your child.
Oh, yeah, he had fever, so they called, we picked him up, and then we took him to go get a COVID test. We're waiting on that.
Oh, I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, me too, hopefully.
Do you need to go or do you?
No, I'm good. Your Honor, last setting, the state extended an offer to my client. My client is respectfully declining that offer.
All right, who's your client?
Liliana Barrios, she's present in court, live in person.
And it's family violence. Do
Yes,
you
ma'am.
need to confer with the state again or no?
No, Your Honor, at this point, we just ask for a trial date.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you to breakout room number 6. And if a prosecutor could go to number 6, and Ms. Ferguson, if you could go to number 6 to confer on a trial date, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may see, can I? Okay.
All right.
No, don't leave yet. We're gonna give you a date.
So Lise, the client for Bridget Garza. Where are you, please? At least you'll see. Mr. Solis, the person whose attorney is Bridget Garza. Yes, I'm going to send you to breakout room. All right, is there another Spanish speaker on the screen? No, not from an inmate, but thank you, I appreciate the help. Roland Garcia, I know you speak Spanish.
I do not, Your Honor.
What? I thought you'd been on this screen speaking Spanish before.
You can drop me off on the other side of the border. I can probably get in some pretty serious trouble. Other than that, no, Judge, I'm not fluent.
I understand it, I just can't speak it.
However, Judge, I am here for Mr. Villarreal, and it's a bond hearing.
Okay, just give me one moment, please. All righty, everyone. Just one moment. Nathaniel Navy.
Yes, Judge, I've conferred with the state and I have trial dates.
All right, on both of your cases?
Yes.
All right, let me pull those. The problem is I have 5 pages on my screen. And so I don't see you on the screen because you're on a different page. But I appreciate you all waiting patiently. All right, Julius Clayton.
I'm right here, Your Honor.
Just one moment.
Okay.
To the state, I'm sorry, to the clerks. I need the file on Julius Clayton. I don't have it. If you could pull that for me, please. All right, and for Lemon Wardell, what's the trial date for that, please?
November 1st.
All right, is there a prosecutor available to put the trial date on this?
Sure, Judge, I'm here.
All right, thank you. And Ms. Garza, I've been trying to send Mr. Solis to a breakout room, but nobody here speaks Spanish to send him to the breakout room.
Judge, we just needed to, I've already conferred with him and I sent Norma a chat that we're working on a plea.
Okay.
But if I can talk to the court in private, please?
Yes, just give me a moment while I put this on the record for Mr. Navy. And Mr. Navy, on Julius Clayton, what's the date for that?
Also November 1st, Judge.
All right. The court is calling 2020 CR 3926 State of Texas versus Julius Clayton. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Joey Garcia.
For the defense?
Nathaniel Navy.
And are you Mr. Clayton?
Yes, Julius Clayton.
Yes, we're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Clayton, do you have any objections to us proceeding by video?
No, ma'am.
Defense, have you received all the discovery?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
And has an offer been tendered?
It has.
And Mr. Clayton, it's the court's understanding you're rejecting that offer?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and both the state and defense had a chance to confer for a jury trial date. Your jury trial date will be November 1st, 2021. Any objection to that as the jury trial date, defense?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Clayton, do you have any objections to November 1st as a jury trial date?
No, ma'am.
Your jury trial date will be November 1st at 9 a.m. in the 187 District Court. You'll need to appear dressed at that time. The 187 District Court is located at 300 De La Rosa. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what date is your jury trial date?
November 1st, 9 a.m.
Which court?
187.
All right, the court will not accept any further plea bargain agreements. Your plea bargain deadline date has expired. If you decide to enter a plea in this court, the court will only accept a plea open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You're excused.
Okay, have a good day.
All right, thank you. You too.
Okay.
Your Honor, this is Alfredo Ortiz.
Just 1 second.
Okay.
Court is calling 2020 CR 7353 State of Texas versus Wardale Lemon. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Joey Garcia.
For the defense?
Nathaniel Navy, Your Honor.
And Mr. Lemon, where are you?
I'm right here.
All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objection from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objection from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Lemon, do you have any objection with this hearing taking place by video?
No, ma'am.
All right, defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Yes.
Has an offer been tendered?
It has.
Mr. Lemon, are you rejecting the state's offer?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Court understanding all parties have conferred on the jury trial date of November 1st. State, any objections to November 1st as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any objection to November 1st as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Lemon, do you have any objection to November 1st as a jury trial date?
No, I do not.
Mr. Lemon, your jury trial date will be November 1st at 9 a.m. Somebody wake up Mr. Cox. Jury trial date will be November 1st at 9 a.m. in the 187th District Court at 300 De La Rosa. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll need to appear dressed for trial. When is your jury trial date?
November 1st at 9 a.m., 187 District Court.
All right, with that, we will close the record. You are excused. And Mr. Navy, if you don't have anyone else with us, you're excused as well.
Judge,
Okay, thank you.
Judge,
Yes.
I'm actually standing in for Will Williams. He's on another Zoom right now, so he couldn't be present, but the state and him have agreed to another jury trial date on Bradley Elwell.
Just one moment. And what date is that?
December 9th.
All right, the court is calling 2018 CR 13371 State of Texas versus Bradley Elwell. Could I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
Joey Garcia.
For the defense?
Nathaniel Navy.
And is there a Bradley Elwell here?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video. Any objection from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objection from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Elwell, do you have any objection with Nathaniel Navy standing in for your attorney with this hearing?
No, ma'am.
And do you have any objections to us proceeding by video?
No, ma'am.
All right, defense, have you received all the discovery?
I believe he has, Your Honor.
Has an offer been tendered?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Elwell, are you rejecting the offer that's been tendered by the state?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, both parties have conferred on a jury trial date. Your jury trial date will be December 9th. Any objections to December 9th as a jury trial date? State?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any objection to December 9th as a jury trial date?
No objections, Your Honor.
Mr. Elwell, do you have any objection to December 9th as a jury trial date?
No, ma'am.
All right, your jury trial will take place on December 9th at 9 a.m. in the 187 District Court. The courtroom is located at 300 De La Rosa. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You will need to appear dressed for court at that time. When is your jury trial date?
December 9th, 9 o'clock.
Which court?
The 187.
All right, Mr. Elwell, the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after today. Your plea deadline date has expired. If you do decide to enter a plea, the court will only consider pleas open to a court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're excused. Have a great rest of your day.
You too, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Judge.
Nathaniel Navy, if you have nothing else with us, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Cornelius Cox and Abelardo Garza, what is happening with your case?
No one ever came to the breakout room, Judge.
All right, you guys need to put some patience in your pocket. It's Monday, so someone will meet you there. If you all will go to breakout room number 2, someone will be there from Criminal Trial Division. Matthew Allen, you're waiting for Mr. Rocha.
Judge, I talked to Mr. Rocha and we're ready to go forward on the plea. This was a Daryl Harris case. I'm gonna text him to see who's signing on for it.
All right, thank you. As soon as he's here and I have the paperwork, we'll go forward. Orlando Castellano and Roland Davis.
Yes, Judge. I've conferred with the state on a motion to modify that I filed last week. I've sent that to Norma. I think we have an agreement as to regards to modifying the terms. We don't have an agreement. We rejected the offer. We're here for a trial setting. So I guess we'll also need a trial date.
All right, then I'll send you to a breakout room to confer with the state on a trial date. Who are you conferring with?
Mr. Sanders, Marcus.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 1.
And upon he and I speaking, will you want to have a hearing, or if we have an agreement on the motion to modify, we just send that to Norma?
Just send it to Norma. So I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. Ms. Ferguson, if you go to number 1, and could a prosecutor go to number 1 to confer with Mr. Castellano on a jury trial date?
Thank you.
Leo Gonzalez.
Yes, Your Honor. Me and Mr. Martin conferred we received the discovery in the case. I need a couple weeks to review it. He'll be getting an offer to me, and then we'll let you know if we're gonna plea or set it for trial.
All right, Norma, on Manuel Rodriguez, can I have a 2-week reset, please? Just give me one moment.
They can leave. I'll just let them know when they come back. And if you feel comfortable with that.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Just one moment. All right, on Manuel Rodriguez, we're going to come back on September 14th.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You and your client are excused.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Enjoy the rest of your Monday.
Thank you. It can, hey, it's going to look up. Okay. Johnny Cisneros.
Your Honor, am I still waiting in my breakout room?
Oh, well, let me see what's going on. I can't believe no one's been there. All right, you know what? Let me move you up. I'm going to move you up to breakout room number 6.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Ed Cano.
Hello, Judge.
Yes.
Okay, so basically, Your Honor, here's the deal. This felony case is going to get dismissed, and my client's going to be playing on a misdemeanor, a related misdemeanor in County Court 15.
When is that plea happening in 15?
Well, I tried to call 15, but they were tied up in their own docket, Judge, and but I'm really not available until after September, after Labor Day.
No. Let me ask you this: who's the judge in 15?
Vera.
All right, let me see if they're available.
Judge Vara, I'm sorry.
Sure, no problem. All right, they may be available to take your plea today if you're available to take a plea today.
Yes, ma'am.
So just give me a moment on that. Michael Latimer.
Yes, Your Honor. We have a trial date of November 17th, 2021.
November
Leo Hernandez.
17th?
November 17th, yes.
Okay, just give me a moment. Is there a prosecutor available to put this on the record?
Hunter Morris, Judge.
Court is calling 2020 CR 0703, State of Texas versus Leo Hernandez. Could I have the parties announced for the record for the state?
Hunter Morris.
For the defense?
Mike Latimer for the defendant.
And where is Mr. Leo Hernandez?
I'm here, Your Honor.
All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
No, Judge.
Any objection from the defense?
No.
Mr. Leo Hernandez, do you have issues?
He's trying to get me to do this plea like now, which means I'll be here all afternoon.
Mr. Hernandez,
Yes, ma'am.
do you have?
Can you hear me?
That's funny. Just 1 second. We're on the record. That's funny, Mr. Cano. Yeah, you may be here all this afternoon. Okay. All right. Mr. Hernandez, we're back on the record. Mr. Hernandez, are there some issues on your end?
No, ma'am. I don't believe so.
All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objections from the state?
None, Judge.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Hernandez, do you have any objections with us proceeding by video?
No, ma'am.
All right, defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Yes.
Did the state tender an offer?
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez, are you rejecting the offer?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
My understanding, both parties have conferred on a jury trial date. Any objections to November 17th as a jury trial date, state?
None, Judge.
Any objections from the defense to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Hernandez, do you have any objection to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No.
Your jury trial date will be November 17th in the 187 District Court. You'll need to appear in person at 9 a.m. It's located at 300 De La Rosa. You'll need to be dressed for trial. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
When is your jury trial date?
November 17th at 9 o'clock in 187 Court.
All right, thank you. Your plea deadline date has expired, so the court will not accept any plea bargaining agreements. The court will only accept pleas that are open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. With that, we'll close the record. Mr. Latimer, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, you too. All right, Ed Cano, are you able to do your plea in the County Court 15 tomorrow?
Actually, I have a case out of town, Judge, but I have a hearing this afternoon with Judge Gabriel, but that's not till 3 o'clock, Judge. And so if they can either do it now or after lunch, that'd be awesome. But I have a live hearing in Frio County in the morning, Judge. And so it would be difficult for me to do it in the morning. Plus I have a probate hearing at the same time. So, but maybe in the afternoon tomorrow, Judge, would be okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, they may be able to take you either this afternoon
Okay.
or tomorrow afternoon. So
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Ferguson has your information. She'll let you know if they're able to do it this afternoon.
Okay.
Just one second. I was seeing if she was texting me back. So probably tomorrow afternoon, okay?
Okay, Judge, sure, no problem.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna recall your case
Mhm.
for tomorrow at 2 p.m. just to
Yes, ma'am.
keep a tab on it to see if it's been taken care of.
And Judge,
Okay.
I was just in a breakout room, but I was the one on that one. Are they going to be able to do the plea then that quickly?
Yes.
Okay.
She would be able to do it today, but they broke for today and they're having some computer issues. Like we're having computer issues.
Oh.
They are as well.
I'll email
All
the
right.
misdemeanor prosecutors. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So, Judge, am I waiting for a message about when to take care? Should I be contacting County Court 15? I guess that's what I'm asking.
Yes, contact them, but we'll let you know if they are able to take you for sure tomorrow afternoon and what time, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank
All right,
you.
thank you. You and your client are excused.
Okay, thanks, Judge. All right.
Judge Bridget Garza, are you free
Yes.
to approach?
Yes.
Can we go to a breakout room?
Yes. What breakout room were you in?
I believe I was in 22. Oh, now it's a 7. You put me in
Okay, because
7.
I was like, I don't see you there. Yes,
Well-
let's go to breakout room number 7. Is there a prosecutor available from special unit to go to number 7 with us, please?
I text Benton and he said I could approach Judge, but Meredith she can sit in the conversation. I mean.
All right, let's go to number 7.
Okay.
When you get back, can I announce on Christopher Rodriguez, please? Great.
Hey, Kelly, I assigned your guy to room 3 with you. Okay, I don't need to speak to the client right now. I'll give him a call. He's in room 3 waiting for you.
Joe Ray, can you put me in a breakout room with my client? Since the judge isn't here, I'm going to go and talk to him now, if possible.
Yes, let me find him.
All right. I'm going to go back to mine, which is 5. You can put him in there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Señor Solís, Santana, ahorita nos van a volver a poner en un cuarto para usted y yo platicar. Cuando le mande la juez que entre a ese cuarto, le aplana para que entre al cuarto y puede platicar conmigo. Pero ahorita todavía no lo manda.
What she said, I need to learn how to say that in Spanish, what she said. All right, Roland Davis. Orlando, the court received the motion, so that's been signed. And you're saying that there's going to be a jury trial, is that correct?
We are set for jury trial today, and we've got a new court date of November 17th.
All right, who is the prosecutor is on this, or is there a prosecutor that's available?
I can, Judge.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 10708, State of Texas versus Roland Davis. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Meredith McIntyre for the state.
For the defense?
Orlando Castañon.
And Roland Davis, where are you, please?
I'm here, Judge.
All right, we're proceeding by video. Any objection from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objection from the defense?
No, Judge.
And Mr. Castellon, is this your client who's listed under Hernandez?
It is, Judge. Now it's Roland Davis.
We're proceeding by video. Do you have any objection, Mr. Davis?
No, ma'am. No, Your Honor.
All right, defense, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Yes, Judge.
Did you receive an offer from the state?
We have.
Mr. Davis, are you rejecting that offer?
The offer.
No. I don't want, wait, stop.
Yeah, he
I don't
received
want
an
to
offer
hear what
months
the
ago.
offer is.
Oh, okay.
I just want to know, The state tendered an offer to you. Are you rejecting that offer and requesting a jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, both parties have conferred on a jury trial date. Defense, any objection to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No, Judge.
State, any objection to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No, Judge.
Mr. Davis, do you have any objection to November 17th as a jury trial date?
No, Your Honor.
All right, your jury trial will be scheduled for November 17th. You'll need to appear in the 187 District Court dressed for trial at 9 a.m. It's located at 300 De La Rosa. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
When is your jury trial date?
It's November 17th at 9 a.m.
Which court?
187th.
All right, Mr. Davis, your plea deadline date has expired. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after today. The court will only accept pleas that are open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if there's nothing else, we'll close the record. Mr. Castellano, if you have nothing else with the court, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge. And just so I'm certain, you had signed the GPS modification?
Yes.
What were those modifications, just so my client's aware?
They've requested, my understanding, both parties agreed to tracking only. Is that correct?
I think Mr. Sanders was comfortable with tracking only within a certain geographical location. The complainants live on the south side, he lives on the north side.
Your Honor, I believe there was some email discussion about it that Norma printed out, that because
Marcus is online right now too.
But it doesn't tell us which tracking area. Just one second.
Judge, I printed the email. I think it might have printed on both sides, Judge.
All right, which geographical location are you all requesting that he stay within? Because it's stating that she lives on the south side.
He lives in the area code of 78 or zip code 78218. Is that correct, Mr. Davis?
Yes, and I am moving to 78207 as well.
No. Stop. Everyone time out. And we're off the record, Brenda. Where is he allowed to be, or where is he not allowed to be?
I believe the complainant lives in 78214 zip code.
So not allowed in 78214 zip code, is that what we're saying?
That's good with me, Judge.
All right, we're back on the record. Mr. Davis, your
Yes, Your
GPS is now tracking only, but you're not allowed to be in the zip code of 78214. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
State, is that correct?
I'm sorry, Judge. I'm trying to verify, make sure. And actually, that's good, Judge. If it's a different zip code, I'll reach out to the court and defense to modify it.
All right. Do you understand that, Mr. Davis?
Yes, Your Honor.
The main thing, though, is you are not, I believe, to have contact with the complainant. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. If there's nothing else, both parties are excused.
Judge, if I can interpret.
Yes.
If I can interpret again, this is Bridget, because Mr.
Yes.
Solis is still. Señor Solís, entre al cuarto número 7 para poder platicar con usted. Si no sabe cómo, dígale al oficial que le ayude.
Bridget,
Yes.
don't tell him not to leave right now. I'm going to move him to a different room so it can pop up on a screen. I'm going to move him to number 8.
Okay.
So if you can tell him to go to 8.
Yeah, here he took off his.
Yep, too late. All righty. Jeannie Cupid.
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
So I conferred with David. I have James Cole. And David did extend to us an amended offer. During the wait time, I have had the chance to confer with my client. I believe he's on. And at this time, we're not in a position to accept that offer, Your Honor. So we would ask that this be set for trial. I have received all the discovery that I'm aware of.
All right, this is what we're going to do. Norma, on Mr. Cole, can you recall this in 2 weeks?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Let me.
And that will give your client a chance to think about the new offer. And then at that time, if he decides not to accept the offer, we'll give you a jury trial date.
All right, Judge, I do appreciate that.
Sure.
I can do it on the 16th, Judge.
All right, September 16th.
All right, Judge, thank you much.
Thank you. You're excused.
Thanks.
Joel Rodriguez?
Yes, Your
Joel
Honor.
Rodriguez? Yes,
I'm here, Your Honor, for Liliana Barrios.
yes.
I confer with the state, Your Honor, and we agreed on December 9th.
All right, could I have someone from this?
All right,
All
Judge.
right, here's the thing. I know you guys have agreed on a jury trial date, but I'm looking at the docketing sheet. This case is 2021, and an offer was tendered, and I have not given you a plea deadline date yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this, and that's going to be the plea deadline date. And this Barrios Contreras, we're going to recall it for that time, and you can think about the offer that's been tendered. Defense, have you received all the discovery?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
All right, Norma, on Liliana Barrios Contreras, could I have a 30-day reset, please?
Yes, ma'am. We can do September 23rd.
All right, we're going to come back on September 23rd, Ms. Barrios. At that time, you can let the court know whether or not you accept the offer or not. That's going to be your plea deadline date. The court will not accept any plea bargains after that date. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, do not leave the courtroom until you receive your reset form. If there's nothing else, you and your client are excused, Mr. Rodriguez.
There is one thing, Your Honor,
Yes.
if I may say. I have been on house arrest since April and I haven't had any violations. I have no criminal record of any violence or any criminal record at that. I was hoping to have some type of lenience or removal for my GPS because of
All
it.
right, you'll have to talk with your attorney about that. Your attorney will set a hearing for that. But I can tell you the reason why you're on GPS is because you're charged with violation of protective order,
I understand.
assault. So once your attorney files the motion, the court will hear that.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, you're excused. I hope everything turns out okay with your son.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thank you, you too.
Mr. Rodriguez, I send you a chat.
All right, Joanne Eckel.
Good morning, Judge. Yes. So
Yes.
Judge, I just got a new plea bargain offer from the state that I need to go over with my client.
Mhm.
And I'd like to be able to do that in person. He's out on bond. He was having connectivity issues this morning.
All right, Norma,
So-
on Mr. Porter, can
Yes,
you
ma'am.
give me a reset date on that for 2 weeks?
Yes, ma'am.
This is an old case, Ms. Eckel.
We can do the 16th, Judge.
All right. September 16th is your new plea deadline date. The court will not extend any further plea deadline dates.
Thank you, Judge. May my client and I be excused?
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Cornelius Cox.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Judge. I just need to, I'll talk to your prosecutor, second chair, criminal trial. Marcus, I just need
All right.
to talk. So if you can find him for me and send me and him to a breakout room.
All right, Marcus, could you go to breakout room number 3, please, to speak with Mr. Cox? All right, everyone, it is 12:25 p.m. The court is going to take its break. So everyone needs to come back at 2 p.m.
Judge, may I briefly, it's Joseph Acevedo. May we be set with co-defendant that I think you may have already sent him? My client is Mr. Castro.
Sure, if everybody can come back at 2 p.m. Brenda needs a break. We need to
Okay.
see if we can figure out what is happening with the computer systems because
Okay.
they're not working properly. So
Okay.
everyone, I appreciate your patience. I know it's been a long day for some attorneys, but we will be back at 2 p.m.